everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your favorite Zomboy, MTG Ghoul Dude, and today I'm going to be covering by far the strongest zombie deck I have ever built. Now, if you're not looking for power, you might want to go on ahead to another video, or if you don't want to see some really crazy stuffs. But without further ado, let's go on ahead and get it to the mana ramp. Of course, we gotta have that soul ring. Everybody knows Park Map, the Dark Ritual, the Arcane Signet, a Mind Stone, a Charcoal Diamond, the Sky Diamond, Dimir Signet, Felwar Stone, the Mad Science Fair Project, Commander Sphere, Dimir Clue Stone for a little bit of card draw later on, and also Dimir Locket that'll provide some card draw later on. And lastly, Spectral Searchlight, so we can get more colored mana. Now I know what you're thinking. Where's the mana crypt? Where's the basalt monolith and all the other good? Well, we don't need those. We're that strong. So to start it out, we're going to, in our creatures, we're going to hit the Crypt Breaker, who's going to provide some incremental value later on. The Gravecrawler, because of course you can't have a zombie combo deck without one. Oh, lost focus. Just can't seem to get it focused. I guess that's what we'll have to do. A Lifetime Pass Holder, the Drowned, an extremely slow zombie, a Voracious Vacuum, the Diagraph Colossus, Hoisted Hireling, Scared Stiff, Zombie Fanboy, and this is an interesting one because you have to actually name an artist, Phoebe Head of Sneak, and Johnny Combo Player plays a pivotal role in this deck because he's going to help us search for our combo pieces, of course. The Numbing Jellyfish, so we can augment on. Later on, we can make it a zombified jellyfish. Graveborn Muse is going to provide us some more card advantage. The Fallen Apart is a pretty resilient creature. Deadhead, Merman for that augmentation later. Clocknapper, so we can steal our opponent's either a beginning phase, combat phase, pre-combat main phase, or ending phase. And spells that target player during his next turn. Yep, you steal it. You're taking it from him. Gray Merchant of Alphabet, Skull Saucer, and finally the Zombify that I was talking about earlier. Now, if you haven't already guessed, this is not an actual factual zombie deck. This is an undeck that I decided to build because guess what? It's April Fool's. Congratulations. If you made it this far, you figured out why I built it. But this is going to be an actual deck that I'm actually going to try and play, you know, whether if my play group allows it or not, because I want to do something that's kind of wacky and wild. I want to mill my opponents out, but not because I want to try and mill them so they lose the game. I want to mill them so that all the cards in their graveyards are my graveyard. Or they're also, all their graveyards are my graveyards. So now I have access to 4 up to 3 plus mine. So that's 4 or more graveyards at any point in time in the game. And why do I want that? Because we're going to play Over the Dead Bodies, where creature cards and graveyards can attack and block as though they were on the battlefield, and can block and only be blocked only by creature cards in graveyards. They are zombies in addition to their other types and have Undeath Touch. Creature cards in your graveyard have haste, which is important because if they go to the graveyard, they're now a creature, but not on the battlefield, but they have summoning sickness in the graveyard, which is pretty wild. But we're going to take all of those zombies with them being in all of our graveyards, and we're going to have a zombie apocalypse. We're just going to take, with all the mill, with the mill that we've done, we're going to try and make all of our opponents give us all of their creatures. This is a roundabout way of making us the just the hardest one to block to deal with, because not only, even without the zombie apocalypse, if we have the graveyard busybody and over my dead bodies on the battlefield, we now have access to unblockable damage dealing creatures. And nobody can block it, because if they're all our graveyards and we declare them attackers first, they can't block us if they don't have any creatures to block, because they can only be blocked by creatures in graveyards. So that's the combo in the deck. I did also want to play like some other good cards, like the Rooftop Storm, Night Shift of the Living Dead. And now we're going to move into our card advantage with Pull from Tomorrow, Chart a Course, Demonic Tutor, because we do want to get that combo going. Frantical Offering, My First Tome, which is going to be interesting. Frantic Search, Read the Bones, Kindred Discovery, because we do want all of those. We want to draw all the cards. And a very special one, Summon the Pack. Summon the Pack is a very interesting card because it deals with grabbing a magic booster, revealing all the creatures, and putting them into play under your control. And they're zombies, if they're not already zombies. So now we're going to move into our interaction / removal, whatever you want to call it. Entirely Normal Armchair. It gives us an opportunity to sneak in some removal if they don't catch it. More or Less. Duh. Good old Counterspell. Sorry. Foul Play. Magic Word is going to tap a creature. Kill, Destroy. Common Courtesy is a very interesting one, because if your playgroup allows you to play with this card, they are now just insisting on playing Mother May I. Because it says whenever a player casts a spell without asking your permission while casting it, that includes you counter that spell. When a player asks you permission to cast a spell and you refuse that spell, sacrifice Common Courtesy. So it is a on the board counterspell, if you're willing to go that far for it. And then we have the very cryptic command. Wet Willy of the Damned is going to deal 2.5 damage to a target creature, and we're going to gain 2.5 life. Five Finger Discount puts a non-land target permanent into your hand, and you may spend mana as though it was mana of any color the next time you cast that card. And now we're going to get into our wonderful, beautiful Field of the Dead and all the other non-land, non-basic lands we have. Starting off with the all but wonderful Field of the Dead. And then we have a bunch, so we're going to trigger this Field of the Dead quite a bit. 1 for Mana Confluence, 2 for City of Brass, 3 for the Nephilia Drown Yard, 4 for the Choked Estuary, 5 for the Dark-Rooted Catacombs, 6 for the Drowned Catacombs, 7 for the Dimir Guildgate. And that's not counting the zombies. That's not counting the lands we are already going to have. So Submerged Boneyard, Dimir Aqueduct, Fetid Pools, Path of Ancestry. And because we're playing a slower deck, we're playing the fun deck. So we're going to play the Evolving Wilds and the Terramorphic Expanse, along with a Ash Barrens to find the lands we need, a Command Tower, a Fabled Passage for the selective land search, and a Gyre Reach Sanitarium. So if you stuck it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. I wish everybody a safe and just be careful. You know, don't let nobody don't push nobody over during this supposed to be, I don't know what the best word to call it, this mischievous time today. So, yeah, just be human beings. Have a little fun with it, but don't go too overboard. But that's going to be it for today. I really appreciate everybody that has liked, comment, and subscribed to the channel, for the channel. And we are almost to 200 subscribers. We are right there. And my buddy Stewie is still at 198. So if we can get 3 more subscribers, if we can get 3 more, we're going to be at 200. And I couldn't tell you how much I could really appreciate you guys to do that for me. If you're not subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. It's not going to cost you anything, but it would really mean a lot to me. But that's going to be it for today, and I'll see you guys next time in the graveyard.